Hello everyone, my name is Feed Alligators and welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking about the SKS and everything you need to know. In this video we will be going over every single attachment for the SKS along with what it does and how it can affect your playing experience. So let's go ahead and get this started. First we will be looking at the muzzle attachments. Now I'm just going to be honest, there are a lot of useless attachments in this slot, so I'm going to just kind of group them all together. Muzzle brake is horrible. All it does is just limit your flash, so that's borderline useless for almost every gun in the game, except for maybe a sniper. The tactical suppressor is like the monolithic suppressor, except worse. Breacher device helps you whack faster, which means you'd have to be point blank with someone, and it doesn't even help that much. So let's get into the actually useful attachments for this gun. Also, let's hold that thought, the lightweight suppressor is also useless. So now, let's get into some actually useful attachments. The muzzle brake helps with side-to-side recoil, which this gun has a little bit of, but I personally like the compensator better because it helps with recoil control, which is up and down recoil. The monolithic suppressor to me is of course just the best attachment. It has sound suppression while also making your range way further. Next is going to be barrels. The first barrel is going to be the FTAC Landmark barrel. I'm just going to be very honest, this is by far the best barrel, because it slows down your ADS speed by a very minimal amount while also giving you better damage range and also better bullet velocity. Next is going to be the 18 FSS Para barrel. This barrel is for people who are looking for more of a close range style gun, which it all depends on what type of class you're doing, so this barrel is still very good, but very bad depending on your class. Next is the worst barrel of all of them. The name is very long, so I'm just going to call it the long barrel because it is the longest of the bunch. This barrel is only useful for sniping because it slows down your ADS speed so incredibly much. Next is going to be lasers, which there is only one of, and that is the TAC laser. This attachment is very useful for if you're rushing around. If you're using more of a medium to close range style SKS, I would highly recommend this. In terms of sights, you already know all the sights. They come with all the other different guns, so this is completely up to personal preference which one you think is the best. The next attachment is going to be stocks. First is the SKS rifle stock. This helps you with aiming stability and aim walking stability. So if you're going to be sniping, I would highly recommend this one. The next stock is the FTAC Hunter Stalker stock. This stock is basically like the one before it, except not as good, so I would not recommend using this. Next is kind of a weird one. It is the sawed-off stock. The only other gun that has this, surprisingly, is the double-barrel shotgun. Now this is of course a very odd choice for a marksman rifle, but it is the best out of all the stocks. Of course you will have less recoil control, but at the cost of having a lot better mobility. And like I said with the other marksman rifles, recoil isn't really a big deal with this, so this is of course the best stock out of all of them. Next attachments are perks, which of course there's no new ones, so it all comes down to personal preference and what type of gun or class setup you are using. Next attachments are going to be the magazines. Now for me, I wouldn't really change it that much. I think this gun has a good ADS speed, especially with the attachments I use, and I don't really need more than 20 shots. The 30 round magazine I think is just overkill. You really don't need it, and also it comes at a very high cost to your ADS speed. The 10 round magazine is not really that good because you run out of ammo, and even though it makes your ADS speed and also your reload speed faster, I just don't think it's worth it. Especially for if you're going with that, you could easily just have the 20 round magazine with the sleight of hand perk. Finally, we have the grips. I'm going to be honest, there are no new ones. I personally like the Merc the best, but I could see an incentive to use the other ones, and with that, that will end this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment anything down below, and I will see you all next time.